Hey everyone, you're watching Tamit Saleh's Tennis Forum, and boy, was it a day of shocks in Vienna. It was quarter-finals day, and were we to predict the four semi-finalists, we probably would have got all four wrong. First of all, I would just like to thank my three Patreons who are Gold Wolf, Mohammed Kali, and Haider Ramiz. Thank you so much for your support, and it will help the channel grow. So thank you once again. We are almost nearing the 3,000 subscriber mark. I set a target that hopefully by the end of 2020 we can reach that. We have passed 2,850, so less than 150 to go now. And let's try set a target of 100 thumbs up for this video. But boy, was it a day of shocks. We'll begin with probably the biggest shock. World number one, Novak Djokovic losing in straight sets to Sonego. This was the first ever time Novak Djokovic lost to a lucky loser in his career. And it wasn't just the loss, it was the way he lost. He only won 3 games. He lost the match 6-2, 6-1. Now, in my previous video, I said that all Novak Djokovic needed to secure the year-end number one was the quarterfinals, which he achieved in Vienna. There is kind of still a wild chance where Rafa can take a wild card to the Sofia Open and try and win Paris, Sofia, and London. However, there's been reports already that Rafa hasn't taken the wild card, and it's no surprise really. I didn't expect Rafa to do it. So yeah, more or less, Novak Djokovic is confirmed as the year-end number one. That was, of course, one of his big targets, and we're going to talk a bit more about that and year-end number one in a future video. But a lot of rumors and speculations flying around whether or not Novak Djokovic tanked this match. So after the match, he said that he gave credit to Sonego, and I think Sonego played really well as well. I was watching some of the key points, the highlights, and they were some fantastic shots. Points where Novak Djokovic probably felt he had done enough to win, but Sonego played really well. And Novak Djokovic gave him credit, saying he just blew me off the court, that's all. But the interesting thing Novak Djokovic said was clinching the year-end number one had an effect on me today. I've done what I needed to do and why I came here. I move on completely fine with today's result. I'm healthy and looking forward to a strong finish in London. Now, this is probably what's causing some of the speculation. Him saying that he came and he did what he needed to do in Vienna. Did he tank the match? In my personal opinion, I don't think he threw the match away, but probably there wasn't that motivation. And after you've achieved such a big goal or ambition, it's normal for your performance to drop a little. We saw it when he won the Novak Slam back in 2016, and then yeah, the rest of the season kind of went downhill from there. Novak Djokovic in the match, he hit 3 winners and 13 unforced errors. But yeah, he was just simply outplayed today. Let me know whether you think Novak, it was simply a case of motivation, or did he lose? Like, I'm sure he didn't lose on purpose, but yeah, let me know what you think. Probably the most tasty quarterfinal matchup that we predicted was between Andrei Rublev and Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem, the defending champion in his home country of Austria. He was on a win streak of 11 consecutive wins in his home country of Austria. Probably the slight favorite in this match. However, Rublev has been playing fantastic this year. He's already won 4 titles, and he himself is now on a 13 match win streak at the ATP 500 level, bearing in mind he's won Hamburg and St. Petersburg coming into this tournament. So yeah, he's on a bit of a hot streak, and this is his 5th semi-final of the year. The other 4 times he's made the semi-finals, he's gone on to win the title. The first set was a close affair. It was 7-6. Really could have gone either way. I thought Rublev's down. I watched parts of the match. I thought from what I saw, his down the line backhand was really well, and I thought he was just playing very solid tennis. So yeah, 7-6 in the first set and ran away with it a little in the second set, 6-2. This improves Andrei Rublev's year-to-date win-loss record. He's now on 37-7. The only player who has won more matches this year is Novak Djokovic, who's on a win-loss record now of 39-3. So if Andrei Rublev was to go on and win Vienna, he would have the same number of wins as Novak Djokovic, and were he to win Vienna, he would have the most titles in 2020 with 5. I know it's none of the Masters 1000 or the Grand Slams, the big ones, but that is still a phenomenal achievement, and he's for me, he's more or less confirmed that he's going to be in the World Tour finals. Mathematically, obviously, is still open, but this is just one step closer, and the way to win it is just really improving his odds. And Andrei Rublev will face not Daniil Medvedev, Kevin Anderson. Now, this one probably not as much of a shock, simply because Medvedev has been a little all over the place this year. Let's be honest. I think he's probably benefited from the whole COVID-19 ranking, as I like to call it, because this year has just been horrible for him, and he's probably still in the top 8 simply because of his great performances at the back end of last year. Kevin Anderson, coming back from injury, I know it's lovely to see these guys. Every time I see players like, Anderson, Murray, Stan Wawrinka, Del Potro, hopefully very soon. Del Potro, one of my favorite players. It's really nice for me to see these guys back. Kevin Anderson probably not had the success as some of the other players I've just mentioned, but he's a multiple time slam finalist. This was in fact his first top 10 win since the 2018 World Tour finals, and he was serving really, really well. He only faced one break point in the entire match, which he saved, and his first point win percentage was 83%. Really phenomenal stuff from Kevin Anderson, and really glad to have him. Bearing in mind, he could have lost in the first round, where against Denis Novak, he had to save 3 consecutive match points in that opening round. And to cap off the quarterfinals, Dan Evans winning in 3 sets against Grigor Dimitrov 7-6, 7-6, 4-6, 6-3. Once again, another shock. You'd probably have put Dimitrov to win the match. He was on the back of a great win against Stefanos Tsitsipas. He played 3 sets yesterday, so I don't think fatigue was an issue. But yeah, Dan Evans, really good stuff, and it's actually his 8th win against top 20 players in 2020. So yeah, Dan Evans really performing well and representing Great Britain in a great way. So in tomorrow's semi-finals, Mr. Andrei Rublev will face Kevin Anderson. Their head-to-head is 1-1. They faced both times in Grand Slams. Kevin Anderson winning the first one back in 2015 at the US Open. They faced this year actually at the French Open in the third round, where Andrei Rublev won very convincingly 6-3, 6-2, 6-3. However, different surface, different conditions, which Rublev himself has come out and said. So it'll be interesting, but big favorite for me has to be Rublev. In the other semi-final, it will be Dan Evans versus Lorenzo Sonego. Really tough to call this one. You'd probably favor Lorenzo after the performance against Novak. However, I've seen it too many times where you get a big win, takes a lot out of you, it's that sense of accomplishment, and then it doesn't quite work out in the next round. So if I were to predict, probably go for a Rublev Sonego final, with Rublev for me a big favorite to go on and win his 5th title. Dan Evans and Lorenzo Sonego have a love head to head. They've never faced. So yeah, but yeah, let me know what you think. This was a little Vienna roundup. It was a day of great shocks, and to be fair, before the tournament began, if you had told me it would be Rublev, Anderson, Dan Evans, and Sonego in the semi-final, I would have thought you've gone absolutely bonkers. Probably Rublev you can understand, but the rest of them, considering how strong the field was, we had Novak Djokovic, Dominic Thiem, Daniil Medvedev, Stefanos Tsitsipas. And then there were some other really strong players like Gael Monfils, Karen Busta, Khachanov, Wawrinka, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and the list just kept going on and on. So yeah, really shocking the way Vienna has turned out. But please do let me know what you think. Who's going to go on to win the title? The draw for the Paris Masters 1000 will be coming out tomorrow, and I will be releasing a video for that. Rafa Nadal back in action. Let's see if he can win the Paris Masters for the first time in his career. Probably his best chance, I would say so. And yeah, just probably the theme of the discussions for today would be about Novak Djokovic performance. Is this just a blip in the system and he'll be raring to go back for London? I don't think he lost the match on purpose, but did he lack motivation after clinching the year-end number one, effectively clinching the year-end number one? So yeah, please do let me know. I always enjoy hearing back from you guys. And once again, thank you so much for the support, for the thumbs up. Once again, every time you put a thumbs up, YouTube helps promote the channel to a new audience, and let's try and hit that 3,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year. Take care and see you very soon.